Has God ever opened a door for your business, for your finances, and you just walked through halfway? Maybe you rested on some success that you had, and then you found it slipping away. Maybe you got uncomfortable by where you were going, how things were taking off, so you backed off a bit. Or maybe you had an opportunity right in front of you, and you hesitated. You just couldn't do that extra step. There's a king in the Bible who literally had the opportunity to have unlimited victories, God's prophet told him. But you know what? He stopped like that. He stopped early. And God said, well, that's all you get. Let's read about him. His name is Joash. He's in 2 Kings 13, 14 through 19. Now Elisha was suffering from the illness from which he died. Jehoash, king of Israel, went down to see him and wept over him. My father, he cried, the chariots and horsemen of Israel. Elisha said, get a bow and some arrows, and he did so. Take the bow in your hands, he said to the king of Israel. When he had taken it, Elisha put his hands on the king's hands. Open the east window, he said, and he opened it. Shoot, Elisha said, and he shot. The Lord's arrow of victory, the arrow of victory over Aram, Elisha declared. You will completely destroy the Arameans at Aphek. Then he said, take the arrows, and the king took them. Elisha told him, strike the ground. He struck it 3 times and stopped. The man of God was angry with him and said, you should have struck the ground 5 or 6 times. Then you would have defeated Aram and completely destroyed it. But now you will defeat it only 3 times. So what do you think here? He got them all amped up. Hey, God's going to give you this victory. Open the door. Shoot your arrow. That means he's going to give you the victory. Now strike the arrows on the ground. And this king should have just been so pumped. God's going to do this for him. How many times would you have struck the ground? I think 5 or 6 even sounds a little bit low. But he only did it 3 times. We see him kind of like, So God just can't bless you if you're just not putting that out there for him to bless. He can't make a seed grow that you're not planting. And if you're not planting enough seeds, they're just not going to be enough there for you to harvest. What are your arrows that you're not striking enthusiastically over and over and over again, that you're just doing a few times and then saying, you know what, nothing's happening, or yeah, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Are you doing that in your marketing? Is it inconsistent? You're having a pretty good week, so now you back off of the marketing, or you do it for a while and say, yeah, this really isn't doing anything, so I'm not going to make those referral source visits anymore. We're good. That's not really happening. Or are you doing it consistent over and over again, saying, God's going to bless this. I know it. He put this vision inside me, so he's going to bless it. Let me just keep after it. Let me keep after it. Is your second arrow your systems and growth? You promoted a manager, but now you're not giving them the systems. You're not giving them the training. You're just saying, well, let's give it a try. Here you go. And then you're taking off for a week to the Bahamas. How is God going to bless that? You're not giving that the full effort. You're not striking that arrow over and over again. You're not saying, hey, come along, learn from me how we do this, and putting those seeds down, striking those arrows while they're hot, as they say. What about investing in yourself? You started this business, you got it to a certain level, but now you've kind of stagnated. You've been at that same level for several years now. Are you saying, maybe I should get a business coach, or maybe I need to do some more reading and research? Hey, and you're hearing this video, and that's a great first step. But maybe there's a little bit more that you need to do. Maybe there's opportunities out there for you to strike that arrow, invest in yourself so you can grow this company and build a legacy for your family, for your employees, and make something better out of that business. So not only that, but you can have more free time. And who doesn't want that? Especially you have a family, you want to spend more time with them. Yes, God is our supply. He's told us he'll give us this victory, but we have to give him something to bless. Joash understood that he believed in this. He wasn't a skeptic. He believed that God would give him the victory, but he didn't have conviction behind it. He was just very weakly striking the ground and really made God angry about that. God isn't going to do your work for you. I just read an interesting story. This guy says his son asked for help with his homework. He was having trouble with this page, and the dad said, okay, I'll get to it in a minute. I'll help you out with that. And so the kid starts to walk away, and he says, where are you going? He's like, I'm going to go outside to play. Just let me know when you got it done. So is that what we're doing with God? We're saying, God, I really need you. I really need to grow this business. I really need more more jobs coming in. I really need this manager to step up. I really need this and this and this. And then you say, okay, you got this. I'm done. You take care of it. Or are we taking those steps? Are we like that son and we're saying, okay, Dad, show me how to do this. Let's work through this together. And that's really how God wants to bless us. God wants to be in partnership in your business. He's not going to take it over for you. He is your supply, but he's not going to take it over for you. He needs you to work in harmony with him. So where have you been striking and stopping? Is it in your hiring? Did you give up on hiring? You've had a bad string, a bad run. I've heard guys say, I'm just going to go back to doing it myself. Have you been striking and stopping in your marketing, as we discussed? In your delegating, did you try that manager and he didn't work out, so now you're just taking all that back yourself? There were times when my manager absolutely let me down, totally violated ethics and so many things. And I did just feel like giving up. I didn't know what to do. I thought, do I need to just take all this over by myself and stop? But I didn't. I did for a little bit. I had to obviously jump in as we let him go and distribute some of the things to other people. But you know what? Another guy stepped up and I asked him if this was interesting to him, if he wanted to learn. And I taught him, and he ended up being the best manager that we ever had. So out of that trial, when I felt like giving up, sometimes it's just striking those arrows one or two more times is when you have your biggest breakthrough. So I'm glad I didn't give up on finding a manager, even though it was tough. And there's things that we all go through that you don't know what to do. You want to give up. And I'm just encouraging you, just keep persistent, keep striking those arrows. And those times when it gets depressing, it gets hard, that's when you just really need to lean on God and trust him and say, I'm doing your will, God. I'm trying my best. And, please help me through this. What about your pricing? Did you feel like you needed to do a price increase? The costs have gone up, or you're not making enough profit and you need to do a price increase, but now you got a little pushback and you stopped striking that. You just fell back into your old ways. You let one or two customers derail the whole thing, and now you've kind of went back to your old ways. Or are you doing, when God says he has more for you, when he wants the best for you, are you acting in harmony with that and doing the things, taking the steps in faith that he wants for you? God has more for you. Don't stop swinging those arrows too soon. Yes, there is a time when you may need to quit. Maybe God's telling you, this isn't blessed by me. It's time to give it up. But until then, until you see that sign, he wants you to keep swinging. He wants you to keep consistent, keep persistent. He wants you to have faith, but with that faith comes endurance. You see him as your supply, but you also sometimes need to endure through some trials as he wants to see you acting on that. So if this resonates with you, I want to help you get past some of these obstacles, and I'm going to help you for free. I have a free 7-day cleanse. It's one email per day that's going to help you overcome some of these limiting beliefs. Maybe some of these arrows that you're just not striking enough might be some things that you either learned in childhood, some things that you took in maybe incorrectly from the church, and maybe God wants to clear that for you. So if that resonates with you, I'm going to put a link below to this free 7-day cleanse, and I hope you enjoy that. My name is Jeremy. I'm with You, God, and Money, and my business is Phenomenal Business Coaching. Take care.